for political power and influence.
Yeah, yeah. Well, for that, Yeoman, how about you? And welcome, Camilla.
I, f- I mean, I feel like humans' sexuality would just be tall people. And for settling down, he hasn't really given it much thought, but again, no, he hasn't given it much thought, but I don't think I think he'd be too anxious or angsty to settle down.
I mean, to be fair, you are a group of Vikings that haven't really gotten to go out on a Viking yet. I think the idea of settling down to interview would be a bit of a strange one, but who knows? What about Mikit?
Uh, Mikkel is straight. In terms of settling down, though, maybe once he's like finished his goal, like achieved his goal, maybe you can think about doing it at that point. But that's far ahead in the future.
That's how about Guam?
Yeah, not entirely sure about the first one, but as for settling down, eventually, yeah, probably.
Yeah. It's interesting to know now who like who would actually stop at the end of a raid and be like, actually, maybe we should settle here, and which of you are just going, nope, we're going to keep exploring. Well, I wonder if we'll have this question again later down the road and see if anything's changed. How about Ursula? I'm not hearing you coming through. It does look like your mic is activating there. Okay, we'll give you a second to fix your mic. And Carmela, how about you? I don't know if you're in yet.
If I'm in it, yes, else because I was like, okay, first streaming, then I'm gonna set up this one, and then I'm gonna plug in here. And let's see the answer. Time yet? Too much to see. Wild, the wild too. Oh, tied down by other people and children.
It's sounding like I'm not going to have to make love interests. This is very good. Ursula, are you with us yet? Still not hearing. Is anyone hearing that?
Native.
I'm not.
Yeah, it seems like something is muted your side. Well, we will just carry on for now. Try and get it working. Maybe it's just misconnection, or there's usually some way that it's muted along the line. And just we'll check back with you just now. We will move into the recap of last week. Does anyone have a recap, or shall I take it?
Okay, it should be working now.
Ah, there we go. Okay,
The headphone jack was only partly plugged in, so the sound was coming out but not going back in.
ah, always something. So, what would your answer to the question?
Um, so for sexuality, I guess is bi unless I decide something else. I don't really know. Um, might settle down at some point, but certainly not at any time soon.
suppose you guys haven't even met many people outside of your town at this point, so it's hard to dream that big when you just live on this tiny little snowy town. How about, yeah, so on to the recap. Have you got one for us this week, Christo, or you said you weren't so
Yep,
sure this week?
I did actually watch the recording of the battle, so the gaps that I had done, apologies for that. So we started last week just having defeated the troglodytes when Ulfield, troll shit for brains, came storming out of the wood and right across the bridge to fight with the troglodytes on the other side. Yeoman and Shepard kind of followed her and helped kill fairly quickly some troglodytes, and in the process woke up a giant snake, which fortunately Ulfield's brain kicked in and she stepped away from fighting with the snake, although it looked like it was a tight thing. Svenja and Gorm stormed across to help, and Loki interfered and they fell into the water where it was unnaturally dark until Gorm did something that Svenja later pried out of him as some magic blue hand thing that he used to kill some sort of undead water creature. So it was interesting and curious. Camilla, in the meantime, decided that she wanted to tame an elk, which ended up with a bit of rodeoing and didn't go well. So we had lots of elk meat for dinner in the next few days. Anyway, so after that interesting thing at the wooden bridge, we continue to travel to the moon bridge. Shepard brings us a slime-covered bandana, and as we sneak up to an open area, we come across a whole bunch of tiny frog-like people in the trees, apparently on the verge of a factional battle with bullywogs, one of which is riding in a giant ice frog. There's a bit of to and froing, who's on the right side, who do we want to support, and I guess in the end we decide to go with the little people, and we start walloping the bullywogs. That went quite interesting. There's some croaking and screaming going on, and some whispering from our side to them. Yeoman destroys one, and then him and Shepard manage to valiantly attack a rock upon which the witch is standing. And essentially that was where we left the game, in the sort of in the middle of the battle with these bullywogs, and being helped by the tiny little frog people. The question we have to ask ourselves is, did we get swayed into supporting the wrong tribe? Or is our instinct to go against these cult-like people that want to bully the small people the right one? Time will tell. Over to you.
Yeah, that is a perfect recap as we rejoin you now in the middle of that battle. As we've just come to the start of a new round, you are going to, before we get to Camilla's turn, you will hear the grung from the trees shouting, "Catch him! Catch him!" And you will see a net being flung from the trees that is sort of disguised under the snow, as it is flung through the air towards the bullywogs that are currently surrounding Gorm. And I'm going to need Gorm, as well as those three, to all make a dexterity saving throw as we begin. So, yeah. Gorm, are you there? I see muted.
He's deafened. I think he's went to.
Oh, he's completely. All right. Well, hope he comes back. I'll just roll for him. As a net goes flying over, he actually manages to save. So, as a net covers the three that are in front of Gorm, and they all seem trapped, they are restrained. That, as we go on to Camilla's turn, you see this net capture them. What would you like to do?
There's only one thing to do. Put away the bow. Jump down from the tree. And rush towards the ice frog. And during the rush towards it, just pull out the sword and stab into it.
Okay, as you are rushing in towards it, you are going to feel this like wave of cold as you get right up and close to it, but you can make an attack. Oh, and as you swing down, you actually you do hit this thing, but just into the ice as your blade slides off of it. I suppose you've probably only got the one attack at this point, right? Or have you got a
A bonus attack, yes.
yes, range? Yeah, there we go. That one hits.
Oh well, 6 isn't bad.
Yeah, very nice. It is. You manage to chip away a decent portion of it as you just hit it with those two strikes. Anything else you would like to do here? So you're now standing, feeling the cold coming off of the eye.
There's nothing I can do. I used all my 45 feet of movement, and I'm not a monk.
Nice. All right, then that is going to take us to Ursula.
Okay. Being slow.
Hold on. So we'll skip there. It is your turn, Ursula.
I'm trying to move it. I don't know why it won't move.
Are you on the what's called the ruler layer?
I don't think so.
You can also try use WASD. There's
Oh,
maybe
now it's gonna let me move. It just now told me it's my turn.
yeah, I think we because Kamala and I both pressed next turn, so I think it skipped all the way to Oldfield. Should be working now.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
run up to this thing and hope it's not immune to electric damage as I cast Stalking Grasp on the Ice Frog.
Great, yeah, go for it. So what is that a save or to hit?
Attack roll.
Nice, go for it.
Oh. Oh wow. That's all since that misses, right?
Yeah, that is going to be a miss. You targeted there. It, either 11 misses.
I'm done then.
So yeah, you tried from that.
Okay.
Let me check how much. I have not been able to figure out why these messages are like, all collapsed.
That is due to most likely a Medi setting. It is a
Yeah, I
Medi.
just couldn't find the right setting, but I will put it for next week. But at this point, you take 26, so ooh, 5 points of cold damage as you were standing next to this toad.
Is that half because I'm raging, or is it not because magic?
That is, I think, unless
No,
I'm not sure at low levels of rage, you
raging
might just
is just the base. What's called bludgeoning,
so just
piercing.
slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning.
Yeah, only totem barbarians and races cold resistant.
Okay, cool. No worries at all. Okay.
You have,
I've been
uh,
wondering.
you might have like dwarven resilience or something against. I think that's poison.
That's poison.
Cool. So no, it is not. That is the full 5 damage. I've had that there, and it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I didn't know I had this. But reckless. I've not used this. Um, reckless attack, so I get advantage. With my hammer.
Okay, yeah, go for it. No, you're going
I
against
don't
the
know if it
toad
came
as well.
through. The
So,
big boy. I don't think my rolls have come through. They had the problem with on Sunday as well. I'm not sure why. I rolled a 5 and then I had like 12, which is like an 18.
an 18 will hit.
Okay. So hopefully it comes through this time.
Wait, are you rolling through D&D Beyond?
Yeah. Oh, is that why it's not working?
No, it should work. You just may need to click the D&D Beyond 20 button to refresh, because it might not have connected.
At the top right, there is a small symbol of a die with a B in the middle.
Yeah, the little bit.
I don't think it's on them. Let me just see. My laptop today. Oh, it's supposed to be
Otherwise,
on, but it's just being a dick.
yeah. Otherwise, then I would recommend using Foundry. I think you may have the HUD now, and if you guys press the crossed swords on the menu on the left, it brings up a nice HUD to use during combat.
Oh, sorry, I'm pressing buttons. Things happening. Oh god, sorry, it's all going wrong. Uh, like there's no like hit thing on here. How do I?
Not sure. You may just have to roll the attack again if you just. Although yours just says Warhammer, why is it not your? Are you
Yeah,
not
I don't know
using
what's
your
going on.
Trollsbane?
I was trying to use Trollsbane, but I don't. I am on D&D Beyond, but I don't know.
Okay, well, just it. I'm just gonna put it in the chat
Okay.
so you can just click one of the buttons in the chat there. Yeah, that your Trollsbane hammer doesn't. If you actually open it and you click like you can see standard roll attack damage, whatnot. So you can just roll an attack through there. But anyway, you just need the damage. So have you got
Okay.
it?
I pressed the button. Oh god, nothing's happening. Also, how do I close it? Oh no, I figured it. Don't worry. I pressed the button, but it's not doing anything. I think my computer is just having a stroke on Foundry, so or Forge or whatever.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why it's doing that. So were you getting anything on D&D Beyond as well?
I'm rolling on D&D Beyond. It's rolling on D&D Beyond, but it's not rolling.
Yeah, you can just tell me what you rolled on there. It's
Oh,
fine.
9 damage. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
You know, it's all right. So 9 damage to the frog, and is that including your rage damage?
Rage. How much is rage? Sorry.
+2 at this point.
Okay, +2 then.
Yeah. So, Oldfield, as you swing this hammer around and you just smash this toad in the face, you will see that like where Camilla had chipped it, it'll just completely start to shatter from there as this crack goes all the way throughout, and you crack the ice toad and knock it unconscious
Nice.
as you see it sort of slump down and just into the snow as it just collapses there. And this Rewog Royal just sitting on top of it, losing his mind. Is that going to be your turn? Fulfilled? Where did she go?
Oh, no.
What happened?
I'm asking if that's your turn.
Oh, sorry. I was like shoveling food in my mouth because my husband was waiting for my plate. I'm done.
Cool. Then it is going to be at the end of your turn, the Bullywug is going to freak out a little bit and he's going to start croaking as the other three are also going to start croaking, and as they leap away from you, Gorm, and because this is his villain action, they are not going to provoke attacks of opportunity from you, as they all just take off the snow and leap into the air. They are going to leap in this direction, and everyone move.
Thought they were trapped under a net.
Oh yeah, you are right. They are trapped under a net. So as he does this, they try to leap. Thank you for reminding me of that. They are restrained. So as they try to leap, the Grung's net keeps them in place, and as the Bullywug King leaps out of that spot, as well as the one up on the rock there, he lands expecting this defensive ring to surround him, and he just lands in the snow, and there's no one. So that is going to take us onto the Grung, who all start launching arrows at the Bullywug down below, and they're going to take a few points damage. That is going to take us to you, Gorm, as you can see them now tied up as they were all trying to jump and get away, but the net held them down. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to pull what some might call a pro gamer move. I'll holster my Warhammer and in my right hand like an hand axe made out of ice appears as I cast ice knife. Yeah, ice knife. And I'm supposed to make a ranged attack, but it's close range. But they're restrained, you said?
Yep.
From the net. So normal attack roll against the Bullywug to my left, the badly injured one.
Yeah, go for it. So, wait, ice knife that explodes, right?
That
Yeah, I'm hitting myself
explodes.
as well. I know. That's I targeted all four of us.
Okay, nice.
It doesn't let me roll with advent normally because I'm next to them, so I might need to roll another time afterwards. I only have options to roll disadvantage and damage.
Can't
Oh, never
overrule it
mind.
with
There we go,
shift
normal.
or control.
Oh, there we go, normal. Well, I miss everyone. But
That's all right. It still hits the
yeah,
ground.
let's see if the damage is properly. So it will not roll it to hit, but everyone still need to make a dex save. Or take 7 damage.
Okay, so what is the DC there?
13.
Okay, now is it when you're restrained, do you automatically fail dex saves? I think that might be it. 1 second.
Nope. Yes, automatic creatures automatic fails. No, that's stunned. Yep, a disadvantage on dex save.
Okay, yeah, I did roll those with disadvantage. So two of them are going to make it. However, I think that might be the two minions, so that might still be enough to take them down. And the main bullywug definitely failed. He got a 6. So, yeah, you also failed, but you can roll the damage on that.
I did it 7 total.
Okay, 7. So that's enough to kill all of them as they as they just can't get out of the ice, and this explosion goes off. But you will also be taking that damage.
You just make sure about something. I have Shield Master. I want to see if I'm having any damage or just if I succeeded.
If you succeed, blah blah blah.
So I failed, so I still take the damage.
Yes. What? Sorry, what is the
Yeah, so I take full damage. I'll remove it.
Oh, sorry. Were you waiting for me to remove?
No, I was
Okay.
just making sure I can't use my Shield Master here. And how do I delete the template now?
With the same with the little ruler button, you can look up in the corner of the template and just press delete on the keyboard. Okay, that's is that your
Oh,
turn? Yeah, you've
yeah.
taken out the rest of those. The grung in the trees are just going to start like cheering and celebrating as you've basically taken out the rest of the minions, and they're going to start chasing after the king as they come leaping down from the trees. And we're going to move all of them here as they all come hopping down from the treetops there. You're going to see some arrows come flying in towards the king. As let's see. Oh, okay, it doesn't only take one. He takes there from 4 of them, so he takes 4 points. Okay, and with that, it takes us on to Mikil.
Oh boy. Right. Before easy. 30 feet. Yeah, I can make that. I'm gonna start moving towards the dumbass bullywug that just ran. I'm getting right up into his face, and then I'm gonna hit him with my CX. $17.
Yeah, that'll hit. You see, he tries to bring up his shield, but you just tear it down and embed the axe into his shoulder. Roll for damage.
Oh, 4.
All right. Oh, yeah, he's starting to look hurt.
Yeah, I can't do anything else, so that's my turn.
Okay, nice. The grung on the other side here, they're going to start, yeah, also chasing. These red ones are going to try and join you there, but this one's going to fire its short bow. All right. So, yeah, it gets hit with another arrow as all hell's breaking loose. you're going to hear these bullywogs start to croak as the croaker's turn now. The other minions are all dead. The croaker is going to start using a technique. As you see its throat just start to expand ridiculously large, and it is going to start singing some kind of bullywug ritual. Yeah, sorry, I'm just double checking the range. I think it's 60. Yeah. Okay, so I need everyone within 60 feet of this guy. So I think that's everyone. Yeah. I'm going to need everybody to please make a wisdom saving throw as you hear this croaking just emanating all around you.
There are too many of them.
I rolled a 12. A 10 plus 2, which is 12.
Okay, that is going to be a fail from.
Ooh.
Okay, so Ursula, that is a fail, and 12 from Ulfilt is also going to fail. Rest of you make it, and you hear this horrible like wobbling sound in your ears, but it doesn't quite get you. You are going to each take 5 points of psychic damage, those who succeeded. But Ursula and Ulfield, you are going to both take 11 points.
How? One left.
You take 5 points of psychic damage.
If you
Yeah,
Heck
succeed.
5 points
yeah!
if you succeeded.
Um,
Unless you've got like resistance to psychic somehow. But yeah, this ringing in your ears.
Yeah, I'm just built different.
you have no mind.
Yeah.
The helmet's protecting you from the sound a bit. What?
False.
Okay. Oh, and what dissipated there? The hex.
No, the Hunter's Mark. But as
Oh,
you can
that was on
see,
the code anyway. Hey.
oh,
So
yeah,
that sort of will say as you tried to move it, it sort of disappeared as you heard this croaking, and that is going to be almost the end of this Bullywug's turn. He is going to use his movement to back the hell away, and it is going to take us on to I already did Red Guy's turn, so Svenja.
She is going to probably move a bit closer. Let me just check ranges. Sorry, I should have checked that before. Sorry, come map. Ulfield and Gorm, who's most badly hurt at the moment?
Is Oldfield even up?
I had like 6 health points. I don't know what that was because I had to disappear for a second.
Did you fail the save?
Yes.
Then you know you're out.
Oh, I'm unconscious then.
I've got just one left.
I'm on 1. Also is on 1. Oldfield is unconscious.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, so she's going to stride towards the battlefield, and she is going to encourage Yormund. So, hang on, let me just see Yormund. If I can do this in the battle thing, use feature bardic inspiration to you. Let's see if we can get that going. Sorry, I just need to mute this musicy thingy. Why has my screen gone blank?
WebGL most likely broke.
Okay. Bardic Inspiration to Yorman. Let's see if that works. And then for Ulfield, damn it, sorry, I can't touch Ulfield in terms of the map right now, so she's going to do a healing word on him. Can I target Ulfield in the top here?
Should be able to.
And sorry, who are we giving Bardic Inspiration to?
Yormund.
It's me.
So my map is completely black. I'm just going to roll the healing word and so that we can move on, and we will reset the map in a second. Standard roll for Ulfield.
Thank you.
Nice. You get 8 hit points back. I think when you drop your rage drops as well, so
Yeah.
you will wake up feeling cold and confused as to what's happened, but you hear that and you can hear there's still fighting going on around you. Is that going to be your turn, Svenja?
Yes, that'll be my turn. Could you move on for me, please? My screen is completely black, so I will reload.
Yorman, that'll take us to you. You've got Bardic Inspiration. What do you do?
He is not going to escape. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I'll give that one to Svenja eventually. Okay, so he's chasing down the croaker. As he's trying to hop away. Yeah.
Yes. Fuck. Okay, you know what? I'll use my action to dash. And
You've
just
got a
get
Hellbent, don't you?
Yes, but I have a better idea.
Okay. I was just going to say you can, if you want to use reach to hit him from there, we'll allow it.
Yes, but I'm just going to have Shepard tear out his throat.
Okay, nice.
And because I'm within 5 feet, he gets advantage. Get fucked.
That is a fail. Shepard just tackles him to the ground and starts. That throat is expanding. It's just like giving a good pocket for Shepard. He starts just like ripping through it, and you hear those croaks doing the screams. Uh, yeah, he takes 10 points of damage. He's still alive but injured.
Okay, and I'll just use my second wind. That'll be my turn.
Cool. So yeah, as he is and Shepard there and screaming, we move on to the Bullywug Royal, who is face to face with Mikil, and he is going to let's see, he is going to try and take you down, as he's going to make a melee attack against you with his spear.
Oh no.
Oh, and hits with a 14. Really?
Yeah, my AC is only 13.
Mikil's going to build himself some armor. Okay.
Yeah.
So that
Can I do a intervention here, please?
okay. Yeah, you can cutting wood.
No, silvery barbs.
Ooh.
So it must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll, and Mikkel then can get that advantage on
It is-
his next attack roll.
It's still going to hit. You do get that advantage on your next attack roll, Mikhail.
If I survive that long.
Pretty sure it's on any roll. Like the first D20 you roll.
Yeah,
you just have to reroll.
Yeah, you must. It's basically just a disadvantage in the roll. So okay, his second roll was higher. Sadly, shit.
And that is 8 points of piercing damage. And there we go. You failed that saving throw, which means what does that mean? I've forgotten. So yeah, as he stabs you, you are going to be knocked prone. As he kind of stabs through your thigh and drops you down to the ground, and then he is going to follow that.
Oh no.
A decapitation.
As you see, opens his mouth and this tongue comes flying out towards you as he takes a bite. It hits, and he was making that with advantage because you are now prone.
Well, I'm down.
Ooh. With 4, oh, that drops you. Were you on 3 hit points? Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, he just like you see as he drops you down to his level, that tongue comes flying out, hits you in the face, and he pulls you right back into his mouth where he crunches down, and you just feel this doors closing as your lights go out, and you all see Mikhail go limp in the frog's mouth as he throws it Mikhail from his mouth. He looks at you all, and he is going to leap away with the rest of his movement. He hasn't used his movement yet, so just double check. 30. Is going to leap over here and try and help his buddy, but that is all he can do on his.
Oh, you are
Taking us to
so
the-
fucked.
taking us to the top of the round with Carmilla.
Have the plan. Fucking wall. Go away.
Yeah, I can move you.
Yeah, just moving here, which brings me adjacent to Jeffet. And yeah, why I said that it was wrong, the constitution, was that apparently it didn't count in my +3, but that made it 11. I still have the focus on the mark, which I moved to this guy, and then just gonna return the favor that he did.
Okay, yeah, and you are flanking with
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why.
technically.
And
Also
natural
playing
20! Oh, a natural 20 bite.
Yeah, very nice. You just like racing up behind him and land on his neck.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
What the fuck? How do you do so much damage?
Plus
Uh,
16.
That plus, since he also liked the Hunter's Mark, a crit, then the Hunter's Mark, the D6, and that would be. Yeah. But
What's the plus 16 from?
if,
But I'm confused about.
where is the plus 16 coming from? That should only be a +4. Wait a second. No, I don't know what it even thinks.
Is that because it's a critical hit, so it doubles down on
Oh, it does
Hunter's
do
Mark
max.
damage and
Yeah, it does because we've got you do massive criticals, so it does give you the max of the base dice. I think that's why, because it only rolled 1d4 and then the 2d6. The 2d6 for the Hunter's Mark.
2d6 is the Hunter's Mark, yeah.
Is that a normal Hunter's Mark, not crit?
That's a normal Hunter's Mark, but everything that is a roll is affected by a crit.
Yeah, that's why. So it's added 12 plus 4, which is your 16. So it was the massive that was just from critting. So yeah, that's totally above board. I was like, fuck man. But as you please describe how you just annihilate this thing
I'm
at
just,
20
I'm
points
just
left.
like since I realized like I really want to return it. I'm just returning the swords quickly to it, and then just wrapping on, and just in one of my nails that I dig into his like what's called skin. Just focus the hunter's mark, and then just opens my mouth and just bites into him, just ripping off a big lunch of it, and then just enjoys the meat as that actually brings me back to full health.
Yeah, I would imagine so. It's, the vampire gets to feed. Very nice. Is that your turn?
Let me see. Let me just. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll let you end your turn as the Ursula that takes us on to you. You can see there's one of these guys left. The shepherd's busy ripping the throat out of some of your friends are down. What would you like to do?
C's just barely standing and very dizzy from the last hits he took. He's gonna limp over to Mikhail and try and make sure he's okay.
Okay, you can make a medicine check if you'd like to try and stabilize him, unless you've got
Yes.
something specific. Okay, yeah, will be enough as you manage to sort of stop the bleeding and just put some pressure on the spear wound. It's like right through his thigh. You can see it's bleeding profusely, and we're going to have to definitely close that up with some magic. But he is now only unconscious and not dying.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not actually sure how to set it on here, but Mikhail, you won't be rolling death saves. That does take us on to Allfield.
Okay, so Mikkel's stabilized. Is Gorm down as well? Sorry.
No, I'm not 1 HP.
Okay. I don't have any healing, so I'm basically useless to help. And there's one more guy. How far away is he? I can't see very well on the screen. Oh, it's telling me to reload application. I don't know what that means, but
Oh, he's 45 feet away. Yeah.
I don't think I have 45 feet. Can I like? I'll throw my hammer. I'll move like 30 feet and I'll throw my hammer. I can't actually move because I've had to reload the thing. But move 30 feet, throw my hammer at him. Just see if I can bonk him.
Okay, I will remind you you're a dwarf, so I think you've only got 25 feet, but you can definitely, you're within range for a ranged hammer throw. As he's currently being whipped around, you will have disadvantage on this because he's prone and uh, Shepherd's kind of in the way, but you
That's
can
fair enough.
absolutely attempt this.
Blip. Sorry. This fucking laptop is a nightmare. Uh, I can't even roll at the moment. I'll see if I can just get a roll 20 to. Not roll 20. I'll see if I can roll a d20 on D&D Beyond and see if that does anything.
Cool. Otherwise, you can, we do have chat commands in Discord if worse comes to worse.
Okay. I rolled. Disadvantage. I rolled a 5. So.
Okay, those actually came through. So, yeah,
Ooh.
unfortunately not. But as your hammer just goes just overhead and crashes into the snow next to him, yeah, is that going to be your turn?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, the Grung are now just cheering as you have defeated the Royal. From their perspective, they can't really see what's going on that side, and so are cheering and just moving in like towards the bodies and that. They will, however, they can't see that there's too much going on there. So, boom, that takes us to you. Oh, you can actually see them from behind.
Yeah, I can. What's the range? Let's see. I am in range, that's for sure. Yep. I cast Sacred Flame at the left sky.
Oh, okay, nice. That
Let's see,
takes-
did it actually target him? This should okay, it made me roll? No. No, well, nothing happened.
Oh, on a 14, really? Okay, yeah, damn. So, as this, it's just this like crackle energy that sparks near it. It seems like Shepard's still doing it. So, anything else on your?
No, nothing I can do. I don't think I have any bonus actions. All done.
Okay, the Grung are celebrating. Mikhail, you are knocked out, so unfortunately, you don't get to do anything on this round. But you're not rolling death save. So, uh, as Ursula is there trying to heal you,
Yes, I'm gonna do a whole lot of.
and yeah, these Grung are going to start moving in. Those that are noticing that there's still one up. The croaker on the floor is going to try and get the Shepherd off of it, as it's going to make a attack against Shepherd as well. And misses, as you just see this tongue go flailing out, and Shepherd bite into the tongue and just rip it clean from his mouth as he's like screaming, and it does not look like anything is going well for him here. Tries to croak, but he's just too full of holes at this point. That is going to take us to Sven. What would you like to do?
First unmute. She is going to move this way. Come, token, do the moving thing. Why am I not moving?
I think you might be on the ruler again. Yeah.
There we go. And then she is going to. This map is really moving slowly for me. So she has been sort of just chanting under her breath, rising and falling, and the chant will kind of get a victorious tone in as she points her finger at him and chants, Hell summons you to her domain, and casts a little toll the dead at it. Where is toll the dead? Let's do and standard roll. So
D12
he gets,
will be the versatile.
yeah.
on you.
So he gets to do a wisdom saving throw, or shit, he saves. Okay, so he saves the spell. That means nothing happens to him. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, but you see him thrashing around. Anything else you'd like to try?
That is her turn. She's got no bonus actions.
All right, then Yormund, you're up.
Huh. Where is it? Warhammer. Yes.
40k.
With advantage because he's prone.
Oh yes. Sure. Win?
Yeah, that hits. Automatically used your and you rolled a 16, and then did it ask you to roll that? Because you wouldn't have needed the bardic inspiration on the
No,
first one, so
I don't
you
think
can
so.
assume that you've still got that.
Okay. And
Nice. You can add the bardic inspiration to your image, though. I think I'm not sure. I might you can correct me
I
on
don't
that,
think
Svenja.
so.
I don't
Depends
think
on what
so.
kind of
No,
bard.
it's
Ah,
just
it's fine.
ability check, attack roll, or saving throws.
Oh, okay. Cool. So
Shepherd's
yeah,
still
but that does hit for 8 points of damage, and it's not looking so good.
Shepherd's still yeah.
Yeah, it's staring into shreds. Okay, because he failed that and he was already on the ground, you brought him to 1 hit point. I'm gonna say that you've finished him off here with this because he failed that saving throw. So tell me how you and Shepard finish off this croaker.
Sort of just coming off the back of the its last turn. As it sort of tries to bite Shepard, Shepard bites its tongue off. As it's sort of squirming and screaming that its tongue got bit off, just straight down onto its head, a warhammer comes down and puts his head in his shoulders. And as it's sitting there just in sort of shock, Shepard once again bites its head.
Nice. All right, and with that, you bring yourselves out of combat as you've defeated the bullywugs, and the Grung are all cheering and hollering around. Mikhail's still unconscious, but you will hear that Grung that was speaking to you before. They are. Thank you, travelers. We will not forget this. You have done a great deed this day. Please, we can help you. We can help your friends that are hurt. If you come with us, we can introduce you to the druids. Thank you. You have done. Oh yes, and they are just celebrating there.
Now, Mikil is happy that I made that bloodberry, which I put in his mouth. Heals him for 1.
Well,
Brings me down to 7 berries.
Nice. So yeah, Mikhail,
Phyllis
you're
is laying on the
back up.
ground. Phyllis is laying on the ground, panting next to Mikhail.
Grung will step up and say, "Please, some of you look very hurt. If you would like to follow us, our druids are proficient with healing. They could definitely help you. You have become heroes of our people this day."
Yeah, so Svenja will help whoever, Nicola Ursula, but she's annoyingly fucking cheerful right now, just chanting this victory song. It's like happily bouncing up and down because, of course, she has gotten not hurt at all. But she'll help the others as she's being annoyingly cheerful about the victory. We should probably just, before we go, look through the Croaker and the Royal for anything interesting and useful, specifically the crown of the king and any sort of rings or scepters or tokens of power.
I don't think we're gonna find a staff of power, but if we do, it's mine.
No, any tokens or anything that just demonstrates the rank and stuff, so that the Grung can say we have defeated the king. We are the king is dead. Long live the king, or whatever their cultural equivalent is of we've defeated the leader. We're the new one.
you guys can give me either an investigation or a nature check if you'd like to try and look over these bodies. We'll say everyone can roll now, and I'll just tell you what you find.
Ulfild's not too interested in looting, so she'll go to try and give someone a piggyback, realize they're too tall, so they'd still be standing. So she just tries to support them.
One of the grung will happily accept a piggy.
Into frog people.
Little frog size.
Yeah, I'll help the frogs.
Ursula's looking for any sort of souvenir.
Ooh.
Nice.
Crafting materials.
Bob finds that
Okay,
he has
very
a
nice.
spear in his bag.
Sunforger. Wow.
So you will know that
I wrote the wrong
you'll
sex.
know
That
that
should
the
be 11.
royal and the croaker were wearing hide armor. Nothing too special there. The royal had a shield, just a pretty typical shield, the same as you can get free at home, and they were carrying spears that seemed very rudimentary. However, Gorm, you would know that bullywug tongues are remarkably long and incredibly tough, and a lot of swamp folk would often use these, like they dry them out and use them as rope substitute. They are actually worth a decent amount, and you know that the one from the royal and one from the croaker would probably be worth a bit. However, you would also know that uh, you would find on the royal, when you're looking for a crown, as Svenja suggested, and Svenja, what you will also find as you look at this, that crown that was sitting on its head is actually grown into its head. That's like it's just a growth on top of its head. It is definitely not something that was placed on its head. It seems to be natural.
Break it off.
You will, however, all of you that rolled there will find on the various bullywugs around, and including the royal and the croaker, you will each find a trinket belonging to these bullywugs. And I would like each of you, so everyone actually, except for Oldfield wasn't looking, you each roll a d8 for me, please. I'll tell you what you find.
1. Best item.
How fitting.
Ooh, okay. All right. So we'll go through these one by one. Camilla, you find a 1d4 days worth of rations. So you can roll a d4 and add that to your ration count as you find small plants and critters that they seem to have hunted on this little hunting trip. Oh, nice. 4 extra rations. You can either add that to your personal character sheet, or you can add that as common ingredients for Gorm to use if you would like.
Nope. It goes into.
Okay, yeah, you some little critters to snack on along the way. And let's see who was next. Gorm, you got a 3. You find a 2d4 shrunken critter carcasses that are on strings. You can see these look like some sort of voodoo experiment, but you can roll 2d4 for me, and these are worth 3 copper pieces each, which, yeah, up to you what you want to keep.
Yeah, sure.
So these
We're
you'll
definitely going to
add.
find it. Sorry, Dave.
Sorry, I was just saying you'll have to add these yourselves as custom items. But what were you
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to find some old Viking and convince him that this is a potent growing sex magic potion. Things that have to be ground can be sold.
Well, speaking of which, Yormund and Mikil, I think you both rolled a 6, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
you each find 1d8 bundles of mildly intoxicating roots and leaves worth about 1 silver piece each. You can roll a d8 as you've discovered their stash.
Fuck yeah. Getting drunk.
Weed.
Getting drunk and high.
Okay, yeah, Mikkel, you found the bigger stash. But you can add these. You've got some mild intoxicants. These are worth 1 silver piece each. Then let's see. It was the. I think there was one more. Uh, uh,
Me and
oh, sorry, I've
Svenja
lost
got a
the rolls
2.
now.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You guys both got 2, so you will each find 1 pouch of grey mud, which is you guys would know is actually quite good for the paws, supposedly. Uh, Buwog mud. This is also worth 1 silver piece each, and you each find 1 pouch.
What mud?
Grey mud. It's literally
Okay,
like something they've cultivated like in the swamp or something that is supposedly good for your skin.
consumables.
Yeah, and that is, I think, everything. So you guys have found that, and you know that you can harvest the bullywog tongue as well. That I can actually give you as an item.
Let us harvest.
Who would like to harvest the? Who's taking the tongue?
I'll try if no one will.
Cool. You can make a survival check, and we'll see if you succeed. You'll get 2.
Only from the king,
Actually, I think.
right?
Oh, you can get them from all of them. So we'll see
Oh,
if you succeed, you'll be able to get one from each.
I'll
I'll
help
try
Gorm.
too.
okay. I have advantage.
But yeah, you can have advantage if someone's helping.
Oh, yeah. And roll. Yeah, I got him.
Cool. There we go. Yeah, so we'll say you get one from each of these guys. I think there's 6 of the small ones and the 2 big ones.
I might be almost dead, but I'm in my prime when I'm almost dead.
Yeah, so you get 8 bullywog tongues. We'll add those to your sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you have harvested. Okay, cool. 8 bullywog tongues. There you go. There's not much to collect from the ice toad as it has at this point melted into the snow. It just looks like a inflated sort of like someone tried to build a snowman to look like a frog. But you guys have the grung that are offering to take you um, a little bit further on into the forest to meet with their druids. You know you are getting relatively close to the tree houses. You are not too far away from the moon bridge, and that is sort of the direction that they are trying to lead you. So, what would you guys like to do?
I think we should go with them.
Yeah.
If they give free healing, I'm down.
Yeah, plus I think a lot of us could do with a bit of a long rest, so somewhere safe to be would be probably pretty cool.
I might be a bit late to this, but can I still insight check on the grung?
They
Yeah,
know
you
you're
can.
one of them. Know you are their dad.
Okay, not
You,
tremendous.
you know that only one of them actually speaks common properly, but you would actually know that these are a lot of them are tree frogs, and there's a good chance that these are actually the creatures that live in those tree houses. You've heard of the tree houses, and you've heard that there are little folk that live in there, but this is the first time it's occurred to you that they might actually be grung. But these are their sort of forests, and where they are leading you seems to actually be part of that mission. They seem definitely on your side. Matter of fact, I'll say you will even know that you have gained some renown with the grung tribes. You've lost some with the bullywugs, but this is the dynamic as we are going forward. So, oh, sorry, I've got an extra window. Froze everything up. Okay, so we will go back to the main map as we go back into this traveling section. But was there anything you wanted to do with that information?
No, I'll leave it as is.
Okay, well, since I can figure out how to get the polywog off my screen, I will move us to the area map and we can get navigating. At this point, you will automatically succeed your navigation check because you're following these grung. But as you are walking, it's okay. So as you guys continue onwards, you will be approaching the moon bridge. Once everything's loaded, I will uh, move everyone along, unless you can actually do it yourselves. But you are, as you're approaching the moon bridge, okay, so you will see as you kind of heading into the forest, you will see this faint outline that seems to be this vague ethereal outline of an arched bridge that is up ahead. And one of the grung will turn to you and just say, "Oh, lucky it's still here. Uh, full moon was last night. Thought it might be gone by now."
Does it usually go?
Huh? This is the moon bridge. Only shows up in the full moon. Otherwise, you got to cross over there, and he'll point a little ways upstream, and you'll see that there is quite a treacherous looking path through the river that sees a lot of traffic. It is like the river's not too hectic here, but the bridge definitely makes it easier, and you can see that it seems to be coastly. You're not entirely sure how this thing is even here.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Yeah, but because it is there, this also you would know you can automatically succeed on looking for shortcuts if you are walking through this forest and there has been a full moon that you can use basically to get across this river. You guys go across without any trouble. Sorry, I've been kicked out of the game. It says private game.
Maybe you have been locked out of Forge.
Yeah, why did that happen? Why
That
didn't it
happened
work?
also in Saturday. That's why like both the bot and the my own user was like messed up.
Oh, was that Abby that just dropped out? Cool. Okay. Actually, because that has just happened, and I think this is actually a good time as you are hiking through the forest. You guys are welcome to roleplay amongst yourselves. But we are going to take a 5-minute break here, and we'll be back at past. Then we can carry on. But just reload.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh. Suppose it would have done well to have a ranger.
Whoever
Isn't
ranged.
Carmilla a ranger?
Is she?
Yeah, that's why she's navigating and hunting. And
Huh.
I mean, I know you're the hunter, but that's why she's good at it.
Isn't Ranger also the only class that gets Hunter's Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are ways, like naturally. Yeah.
I was thinking of taking a dip into Ranger.
I mean, it still might be worth it. The ranger in this kind of game would be great.
Hmm. I probably will eventually, but
Go like hunter maybe.
hmm.
Depends how much you're
Yeah.
dipping.
Yeah, all the Beastmaster stuff, or like with Shepherd. Though you don't really need it. You don't need the class features the way we've got it.
I think if I'm only gonna take a 1-level dip into Ranger, just for some of the skills and the 2 features.
Yeah, I'm planning on Blood Hunter.
I'm
Oh, shit.
wondering.
Yeah.
I don't plan on going further than level 15, at least for the fighter. So I have like 4 levels to play with for multi-classing.
Take cleric and take knowledge domain or something. If you want skills. I think it gives more than a few.
There's also some cool paladin oaths that, like some custom ones that are like Oath of
Yeah.
Odin and stuff.
See, I'll always prefer something that's like another feature rather than something that's basically a buff. I don't know how to describe it.
I remember seeing somewhere an oath, really popular homebrew one, like specifically for hunting creatures.
Huh.
See if I can find it.
Monster Slayer one.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Where is it?
I think that's basically what became Blood Hunter, isn't it? Or wasn't that a ranger
No, no.
subclass?
No, it's something
No,
else.
Monster Slayer is
It's a ranger subclass.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I haven't did it beyond. But,
Xanathars.
And I've made a bunch of custom shields as well that like are not necessarily like this is the legendary magical shield, that are just things like a heraldic shield that gives you advantage on interacting with people that are part of like the army that is painted on that shield, you know.
Found it.
So Svenja probably needs a shield that says this side up, this side points to the enemy. She's skilled in medium armor shields right now.
Well, there's some magic things. There's some things that are like it's a bracelet that turns into a shield, or a bracelet you
I
can
saw
literally
that.
cast shield from.
I like that shield. I like that braces.
That's the subclass I was talking about.
Oh shit!
Isn't
I
that
mean, look,
just fisherman?
What?
I just need
That looks just like a fisherman.
a fisherman.
bro, where are you going fishing? Maybe
The
this is
coast
what
isn't
they.
too far.
I just need a pure blacksmith artificer subclass.
That's how I fish, man.
That's how you fish. By jumping into the water.
and then just tackling a shark.
Of course.
Who knows? There may be fights with Jormungandr down the line. Plenty of horrible things in the sea. I am back in. Is everyone else back?
I'm here.
Yeah, we're around. Abby said she's doing some sort of work thing quickly.
Yeah, she'll be back. She said after about half an hour or so, but that is fine. As we will carry on here in a second. I'll give everyone 2 more seconds. But okay, so are you guys doing anything as you make your way over the moon bridge? As you're sort of following these grunts?
Which I can do, well, toss Mikhail one of the snacks I made and eat one myself. I don't know if we
Yeah.
get attacked on the way, but something.
So that Arcana check that Svenja did was just to sort of study the bridge as walk across it. She's like trying to pick up some interesting facts or something that's interesting to tell in her story.
Yeah, with the 22, you would know that this bridge crosses the river that leads to Fenrir's Moor, which is what they call where the two rivers meet on at the coast. As you are looking at it, it seems to be connected with the moons of Arania, which I'm not sure I've mentioned before, but seems like as good a time as any. There are 3 moons in Arania. There are 2 suns that you are used to seeing in the sky, but the day-night cycle is pretty normal as far as we would understand it. Although what is actually happening out there is far more complicated. However, you would know that there are 3 moons. There is one very small reddish moon. There is the largest one, Vruas, and that is the one that was full last night. So you think that even though there probably won't be a full moon again tonight, the fact that it was the largest moon shining last night is probably why the moon bridge is still up even this late in the day. It is now about 4:20 in the afternoon, and yeah, I don't know. It's 4:20. I don't know if anyone's trying out those bullywog things, but you guys have successfully made it across the moon bridge, and you can see there is the grung start to lead you kind of off of the path that would usually carry on to the west, but they start turning to head north in the direction of the tree houses.
Oh, the tree houses.
I think I would like to have one of the mild intoxicants.
And that you absolutely can. I mean, I'll leave it up to you to flavor that. There's not that much of a mechanic other than, like, maybe in certain situations you can argue for one, but how are you imbibing?
Is it something I eat?
Well, you've got a mix of leaves and things that, I mean, you've heard of like licking toads, you've heard of smoking certain leaves. There's many ways of ingesting it. You've got a bundle of leaves in your hand at the moment.
Hmm. I think I might just
Well,
crush
you
it
could
all
always
into
just
a
ask the,
Sorry.
Sorry, interrupted.
It's good. I think I just like crush it down into a sort of like cigarette shape, and just like smoke it with, just trying to flint and steel just the fucking
Gonna roll a
bundle of
joint.
leaves.
Yeah, so you start trying to smush this into a smokable shape. Mikhail, you also found some and are a crafter. Would you be doing anything with these as you see Yorman trying to figure out how to smoke this? Or would anyone, I mean, get involved?
I'll study it for a bit, see if I can find any like sort of semblance of meaning behind how you would smoke this shit.
Well, we could just ask the grung. That would be what Svenja would do. What are these and how do you use them?
Yes,
them.
but I am a crafter. I need to figure out how it works.
Magic.
Svenja as a talker.
You ask them, Svenja, though. Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, why not?
Grung that can speak would just throw his hands up in the air and go, "Ugh, bullywug drugs. Don't want none of those. We just we've got our own poison. You know what I mean?" And you see that they're all secreting this sort of slime over their skins that seems to be something they can change. And you know that they also have the grung have got some specific skills to get into your mind with the way that they share. But he would shrug and say, "I don't know. I guess a pipe would be a good place to start."
Yeah, we've already had poison mushrooms for the day, so we're not going to lick grungs today. I think. Not yet. Let's see. Days still go.
Yeah, don't lick me.
Not at 1 HP at least.
Sorry, say what we said.
Nothing.
Yormund, as you are sort of smushing this together, you'll hear like light tickling sound in your ear, and as if something's next to you. And when you look to the side, there is nothing. But when you look back, there is lying in the snow in front of you. You see a small wooden stick that seems to be filled into a pipe. You hear giggling as something rushes away from you. Make a perception check if you want to see what it was. There seems to be a small wooden pipe lying in the snow. Ooh, damn, with the 24, you actually do see them. You see two little chewingas running across the snow, and you can hover over where
They just
next to your
disappeared.
token to see them.
Ah,
They are really tiny. They are these teeny tiny little forest spirits that they the only reason you sort of see them is because they actually do leave little footprints in the snow, but those footprints just turn like into snowflakes that fall back down to the ground, and you see them rushing into the bushes, and they seem to be looking back at you as they've left you a gift.
I'll just sort of like poke it, just making sure it's not like a snake that's been polymorphed or some shit, and then just pick it up, look in the general direction they went, and just nod my head.
Yeah, they will. You'll see them hide immediately as you do that, just realizing that they've been spotted.
Would I know how to use it?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you can, if you would think Yormund would know, you can either make a check or ask someone else.
I'm just trying to think. If you just went back in time, gave a Viking a pipe and some tobacco, would they exactly know how to use it right off the bat, or would it take a little bit of thinking?
They conquered
I think I'll
Scotland.
roll a check.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably wouldn't be the first time you've seen a pipe, especially bear in mind that, like, you've got dwarves working in the village. This is also a fantasy world. Not all writing is done on rune sticks. You actually have paper because they're a wizard, and pipes do tend to go around, but perhaps not so much in Broudevik. Apparently, Sven is not familiar, but you can make a roll if you don't think Yormund would understand it immediately. Um, I would say
Yeah.
that Tom and Mikil would probably have advantage on a check to know that, because your fathers are more than likely have dabbled with the pipe.
Yeah, Svenja
What
was
check
trying
did I
to see if she
make?
could remember the merchants smoking that in the market. But
History check.
Yep. Oh fuck.
Apparently, he doesn't.
we were such good children. We never tried to smoke or drink
I'm just like
anything.
stuffing it, the
Not
leaves on
Mikkel,
the
though.
wrong side.
Mikil,
Mikkel
you
has secretly
definitely know.
taken a smoke from Dad's pipe.
Yeah, Mikil, you definitely know how to. You know how to make a pipe. Even this is, it's like one of the easier things to whittle, though it can be frustrating. And you've probably had some experience with this kind of thing.
I'll just like, may I? I asked like Yeoman.
and then you just the image of Yorman is like he's stuck the leaves in like the breathing hole, and he's just put his mouth in like the other hole, and it's just like going vertically up, nearly knocking the top of his helmet. Huh?
That's not the correct
Yeah.
one. Alright,
And I just hand it over.
and then I'll show the correct way. I'll prepare the point correctly.
Come to
Yeah.
think of it, that does look a lot more familiar.
It's easy enough as you're walking. You manage to pack up pipe nicely, and the grung kind of lead you along the road that they will point, and as you're veering off, they'll point to a tree line. Yeah, it's just through here. Come on, follow us. And yeah, you guys are still walking along through.
Yeah.
I just sort of asked the growing this like, you don't, since this is Bullywig, you don't actually mind if I have this?
I don't care, but we saw what you did to the bullywugs. That's what we care about. You smoke their drugs all you like.
Fucking top, eh?
And this is
Fact.
how Joman became as he basically began smoking all the bullywugs. Just fighting him, he just puts one of the feet in his mouth and just turns like a lighter and just starts setting fire there and just. This is good shit.
Committing mass genocide to fuel my drug addiction. Yep, sounds right.
And
He
I
just
think
we
takes the
wouldn't
little
complain.
what's called like the little toads and just put them in his mouth and that's how he kills all of them. And he's just like the only good bullywug. It's a smoked bullywug.
You know, I don't think the bullywogs are the drugs.
it could be.
I don't. I'm not sure. I'll just take their plants.
We can make it so. But yeah. Oh,
Could I have done something on the way?
Yeah.
Not sure if I can, but I want to look around for how do I pronounce the word? Reagents.
Regions?
I really have no clue.
No.
That word.
yeah, reagents.
Reagents is right. You can absolutely make a survival or an investigation check. So these are basically like your common ingredients, right?
No, it's a different thing. It's something else I'm adding. It's not an ingredient, but it's not a. what was it called?
Are these the medical one?
No, it's also for cooking. It's for medical poison cooking. Depends.
Okay, I just want to know if that's a different thing that we need to be tracking compared to common ingredient.
Yeah, it's something completely different. I can track it on
Okay.
my end for now, if you can't really edit it right now.
A reagent is a substance or compound added to a system to cause a chemical reaction.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Yeah, it's in the manual, like in the Kibbles crafting book.
Yeah, so this is more along the stuff you would need for actually crafting things that would hurt rather than just food. So yeah, you can. I'll create a place to track that, but you can track it for yourself for now. And
So,
that, again, survival or investigation.
yeah, it says survival. Yeah, survival. And then I get like specific materials, depends on what I roll.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you've got the rules there on
Yeah,
what
it's
to
in
roll,
front
you
of
can
me.
roll this.
Yeah. No, it's still a survive. It's a DC 10 to see if I find anything first.
Yeah, so that's what we.
Yeah,
Okay,
I found
nice.
it. Now I have to roll a D100 to see what I found, and then a DC 8 DC 8 survival to see if I manage to harvest it.
Cool. Yeah, you can go for it. Yeah, there's see these are the places where all of these rolls are coming from. That's why it was getting a little bit complicated. I'm going to try and simplify these going forward, but I
Okay.
think this, yeah, you've got the paper.
I got one curative reagent. That's
Iterative or creative.
I'll write. Everything's so complicated in English.
Yeah,
Not
that
in Hebrew, it's so easy.
yeah, curative. No, that's fine. It just that's cool. So you've got one curative reagent. You can
Yeah,
add that.
that's all.
Nice. So yeah, you've got some nice medicinal stuff. When the forager looks for medicinal things, you'll be able to choose to look for reagents as well if you would like. So Ursula, just
Okay.
keep that in mind so that we
Okay.
couldn't, if you guys are trying to make questions and stuff, you're looking for the right thing.
Yeah, it says
Cool.
that if I do it while we like as a downtime activity, I can roll twice or even choose what I get. Depends on the area, so it differs.
Yeah. So while you're walking, it's a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
It'll be on like a rest. But at this point, you guys have sort of come to a stop here as you've been led a little bit off the trail by these grung, and he is saying, "All right, they should be waiting just through here. Those pollywogs, we had to take care of them before they found the rest of our people, especially after our homes have been taken over. But the ladies can explain more." And he is going to just stand at the side of the tree and gesture sort of into the tree line.
I just have like a hand near Shepard's, like the nape of his neck, just in case he gets a bit too excited.
Yeah, we forgot to roll for that as well. So he is probably quite a bit behind for eating those frogs. But you hold him there for now. As you guys start rounding the corner, you see some faces turning to look at you through the trees. You see one um, small looking you recognize as a halfling sticking their head up to try and see you as you notice the grung, and you will see two women standing there quite tall actually, like both of them standing at almost 7 feet tall. As you can see, they are covered in vines and branches and things. And for a minute, you're not entirely sure if this is a druid or a dryad, but they are pale of skin and they have got flowers and vines all over them as they turn slowly to look at you. What would you all like to do?
This is how Yormund found out he was attracted to tall people.
Oh no, they're hot.
Until he sees their back and they are hollow.
Oh,
It's fine, they're tall.
it can't be me.
Oh,
One turned to look as the grung says, "Ah, Mistress, I have brought these heroes to you. They saved us in the fight against the Bullywunk. We have not lost a single man this day." And she just looks quite surprised and then looks back at you and silently just nods, uh, giving a bow of thanks. Yeah, what do you guys
I am high as fuck, so I'm not really going to do
How many are in
much.
your mind intoxicants?
Well, Svenja will step forward and greet them, and yes, say essentially, hello. We have been told that you are the leaders of this small tribe. We want to hear more. I want to hear more. But I guess my companions would want a little bit of healing and rest. We had a bit of a tough battle. So that would be if you could help with the healing. I would love to talk to you, hear more about the tribe and the cult and everything.
And how many of you are injured?
How many of us are seriously injured? We've got 3 seriously injured, I think, and
4,
one
I think.
slightly.
4.
We do have potions that could help, and you'll hear the grung saying, I did promise them that we'd help them out. And she says, I'm afraid we only have 3 vials left. The rest of our potions are up in the houses. They are still in the bar. We are unable to get to them at the moment. I'm afraid we have been forced out and down onto the ground. We do have these, and the halfling will say, oh yeah, and she's going to turn around and pull out a little basket that you'll see there are 3 vials of swirling liquid, and she will just sort of start pulling them out the bottle and handing them to each of you. So she'll take it to the people that look like they are most hurt. So I assume Yormund and Ursula.
Yormund is completely a-okay.
Mikhail.
Oh,
So you're
okay. That's cool. So
Gorm,
wait, who was
Mikhail,
the other one at
Oldhilt, and
1?
me.
Oh, Mikhail, sorry. I mixed together. So yeah, you will each get a potion of stamina, which I have not imported into Foundry yet, but I assume you're probably going to just drink it.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
Is everyone just drinking the potion, or would you like to
Yeah.
investigate it?
I trust these magical giants.
I'm not the smartest, I drink.
Just at first, I'm just kind of like preoccupied, just thinking like it's a bit rude coming here and just sort of demanding healing, or expecting it at least.
He literally promised.
Look, we
Sorry,
can just
you
have
know,
dinner and rest and heal up during the night if we want to. I am curious about she's saying they've been forced out of their houses.
Your house is north of here by any chance?
yes, we come from the village in the trees, but something else has moved in. Foul creature. We have been hiding most of our people, but there are a few still trapped there. We worry for their safety. Those potions should take a moment to take effect, but if you are, if you were capable of dealing with the bullywugs, we would greatly appreciate your help in reclaiming our home.
The
I think
monsters
we have
up
another
there.
job to do.
Have the potions done anything yet?
um, as you've taken these potions, you will feel like it is just horribly bitter and it tastes like like grass. But over the next hour, you will get the benefits of a long rest as you take these, as the warming sensation after that horrible aftertaste actually starts to feel really good, and you will feel your wounds start to knit themselves closed as uh, this potion takes effect. But it will take an hour. Um, so basically, a short rest will count as a long rest after drinking one of these.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh,
So
sweet.
the houses, we were heading
Yeah.
there anyway.
Ah, are you from Browdevik? We sent word days ago, but we have not heard anything back.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we've been sent here to deal with whatever is in the tree houses now.
We didn't know there was
Investigate.
anything there, but yeah.
Great thanks to your Jarl, then. We will not forget this. If you are all ready, we could bring you in closer. I'm afraid the vines and, well, much of the forest has come alive to protect the tree houses. We are not even entirely sure what the creature is, but our leader is still in the tree houses. She must be fighting it off as we speak.
Okay, so tactically, I am completely out of spell slots. We can go now.
I think we just need a bit.
Quick question, Liam. I can change my spells on a long rest. Does it count here?
If you took one of those potions, you
Yeah.
essentially get a long
Okay.
rest.
Just making sure.
Yeah, these are very special potions that you've taken. These are like there's a difficult thing to get your hands on. It seems, I mean, this little halfling just gave you 3 of them without question.
So who
But yeah,
took
sorry.
the badly injured people took the potions, right? So it
Yeah.
was
Yep.
Nicole,
Gorn,
and
me, and Ursula.
Ursula. Okay.
So yeah, Ursula, you can also take a long rest there. I'm not.
Yeah.
You should be able to do that through your character sheet. I see
Yeah.
Orm and Meeple have done that. As for everyone else, you've basically got the option now to it can take you to the tree houses to try and uh, rid it of the monsters, or if you would like to try and set up camp for the night, you can try and do that as well. You might be able to go with them to where they are hiding their people. They seem to have been waiting here for the grung, just these 3, and a Chewinga that you see now is wearing like a little leaf dress and it seems to be camouflaging itself for the snow, but is also with them.
Suppose we can deal with it now.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
That's also the third option.
Oh.
I go tame this one.
Oh no.
You know?
This one, I saw it, and I instantly know that must be tamed.
I don't know
Yes,
what
so
it
that
is, but it's cute.
No,
that
what's the
you will see now, as Camilla pointed out, you will see another rabbit, but this one has got wings for ears. It is a chimeric hare that you know are quite common in magical sections of the forest, but you can see this one just as calm as the other rabbits. Uh,
Yes, this one I have a perfect strategy, which is slowly approach, and just when I'm getting into here, what's called like a line of sight of it, kneeling down, two what's called berries in my hand, and just outstretch it towards him, and sit down there and see if it comes to me.
okay, make an animal handling check.
You guys, I'm just going to quickly switch over from generator. I'll probably keep on, but I will not be at the keyboard.
Okay. So Carmilla, as you kneel down, you see this thing immediately. It's just go back like it's going to run, and then it sees the berries, and it takes a second, and it will come forward, and it'll start to take the berries out of your hand.
Then we try to put one berry more and see if it likes that.
Yeah, it's quite happily eating the berries. It's not complaining at all.
With me, little one, have berries.
Looks up at you, like wiggling its nose and just like sniffing for more berries, and it seems intent on like following you as you're coaxing it towards it. But this is just still while you're showing it food. If you'd like to try and convince this animal even more, unless you've got some sort of a skill, I will need another animal handling, and the DC is going to be pretty high because this is a wild animal.
We're gonna try. When like.
Okay, that's pretty high. So for now, this rabbit seems to be following behind you, Camilla, as it seems to want more berries. And as you're walking away, it kind of flaps its ears and flutters up into the air and actually flies up to you because it doesn't want to keep up after you, and sort of lands on your shoulder and is like pawing at your hair, like, trying to get more berries. But this little chimeric hair seems to be following you for now.
And it can have a berry more.
Sit happily on your shoulder and just start munching on that little berry. As can I actually? Oh, you've got a little America. I will say this is. It, it, uh, it's. I'm not going to give it companion stats. It is currently just sticking with you for now, but when danger comes, this thing's probably going to run unless you've got some way of like actually keeping it with you. But with that, you seem to have convinced this rabbit, and you see that the two with the sort of fairy type crowns, these crowns of thorns and vines and things, they seem to be looking at you curiously. They just exchange looks with each other. They seem impressed, and they will turn to the rest of your party and say, "We could step through the trees to reach our next destination. You need not tie yourselves on the hike any longer. Where would you like to go? Are you ready to fight or not yet?"
How
Ready as
how
ought to be.
much In how much danger is your chief and the people there? If we were to rest and get ready for tomorrow, some of us, I think we're mostly ready. What would be the consequences of not fighting now but going tomorrow?
If only we truly knew. The tree houses have been under attack from this creature for several days now, but we do not believe that everyone made it out, and we are not sure who is still left. Some may have been killed. We do not know if anyone is alive in there. As far as we know, it now belongs to the creature, and we could very well be the only survivors. But we try to keep hope.
Okay, I'm looking at the rest of the party. Svenja's looking at the rest of the party. I probably could do with the rest. How's the rest of you feel about going now? It sounds like it's urgent, so I'm inclined to saying no. It's better, but
Be a waste of potions if we just take a long rest anyway.
Yeah.
Taking a long rest would allow us to prepare for tomorrow. I could repair gear as well.
well,
I
it's just
think
actually Svenja that
uh,
needs spell slots or something like that. Everybody else is essentially fully rested, right?
Ulfhild is near death, but since he's not here anyway.
She would have gotten a short rest, technically.
Yep. And I'm full HP. Fine.
Yeah, I mean, so Ulfield would have had a short rest with a rest to recover some hit points. We can roll that later when she joins again. Okay, so it
She
sounds
is.
like it's
I
just
just
Svenja.
actually,
Let's go.
I just got a message. Phil won't be rejoining us tonight, so we'll see her again next week. But that's all right. We've only got an hour left anyway.
Okay.
Also, you guys are you gonna go with them to go and take a rest, or are you gonna just try and set up camp out here in the forest?
So hang on a second. Did they say come and take a rest? Because there is the potions that essentially means everybody is ready to go to the village now, as opposed to tomorrow morning.
Oh, sorry, I may have misunderstood that. I was reading the message from Oldfield. So you say you weren't going to rest?
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna
do-
take a short
yeah.
rest and go.
We did, technically.
Cool. Yeah, then
Yeah,
we can assume that you've had your short rest here, as you've been discussing this with him, and would happily take you to the tree houses if that's where you'd like to head next.
Yeah, think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, you can roll any of your short rest stuff now, and then I will move us over onto the next map.
Where is short rest stuff?
The bed, and then the second button. The first hourglass.
The halfway one.
And just as I presumed, nothing is gained. Oh, oh no. Not that cheap combo.
Okay. Well, the Rung is going to wish you luck as these two. Well, sorry, as these two women that you now get the impression that they are actually dryads as they move their hands. You see what looks like on their skin, almost like scales moving these petals that actually make up their skin, and they are going to work together to open a portal in one of the trees as it just groans as it opens up, and they step through it, and they are going to stride through the trees, opening them to sort of shorten the distance for the rest of your travel, and you will see them holding it open for you as you can see snow on the other side and more forest. Everyone stepping through.
Yep.
Through the tree we
oh,
go. As long as the chimera follows. Through the tree.
Yeah, we'll say for now it will stick with you. I'll have to put
Oh, wrong button.
Excellent. So Svenja would just scan the woods for any ravens, steps into the tree, and then step into the tree.
You would not see any on the side that you were on, but as you step through on the other side, you will immediately see a raven flying overhead. And oh, did I not make the yeah, so as you arrive, you will step out into the snow, and you will see up ahead of you. There is a number of trees, but there is one large tree in the middle, and you'll see up above the canopy. There seems to be some sort of buildings up in these trees. The main tree that you can see is covered in vines, and they seem to be wrapping up into the canopy. Uh, yeah, as you're walking through, you realize this is very dense forest, and the two dryads are going to step off to the side to this little field of mushrooms nearby, and they will bow and wish you luck, and just yeah, they will be sort of pleading for you to save their people.
We should probably have asked their names, but later.
Odin casts power word kill.
They didn't tell us how to find them once we're down here.
I feel like we'll figure it out.
Yeah, so they don't know. They would point you to that tree, knowing that you could climb that into the sort of village. As you step there, Yormund, I would like everyone to please stop as you feel something on the ground underneath begin to shift. And I would like everyone to please roll for initiative.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
No, I don't think it's the boy.
Oh wow.
God damn it. Oh well, that's just because
Oof.
he has been. Wait a second. What the? He has a plus
Oh,
one.
But
Don't worry, don't worry,
I keep
Mikhail.
rolling shit.
Don't worry, we're here in the below 10 initiative gang.
Let's go, Gorm.
It's way cooler down here.
Oh, Sven,
You're
you joined
just
the club
rolling,
as well.
you ain't got that 20.
As a purple worm bursts from the ground and eats all below 10 in initiative.
Okay, is everybody rolled?
Trying to roll it never seems to work.
No,
out.
you
Roll
rolled
your,
twice.
there's an 18.
Nice.
Ursula.
Your shit might have just been lagging.
Yeah.
It always gets
Yeah.
really laggy when I try and roll initiative.
Yeah, when
Now I
combat
see
starts,
the initiative rolls.
yeah, it gets pretty intense when combat starts, so you can be a little bit patient at the beginning. But we are off um as we begin. As you guys walk out there, you feel the ground underneath you beginning to writhe and move, and you're not entirely sure what it is at first. Then you see from the tree line on either side of you, will see these creatures begin to emerge. Make sure I select them all.
Mexico.
Okay.
I-
Three people.
Oh god.
Make those.
What are the chances they are the ones who are supposed to save?
I don't think that's
So-
true.
I don't know. Who knows?
Okay, yeah, as these guys all start heading out from the bushes. Yeah, so they can just starting to kind of get down these hills as you see them coming around. Only two of them manage to actually get within range. One within range of Ursula, one within Camilla. So they are going to take attacks against you.
Say goodbye to your bunny, Carmilla.
Oh yeah, it's a tree. Of course, it has climb speed. Holy What? No.
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 Thing comes out, and Camilla, it reaches for you as you swiftly. The rabbit gets surprised and flaps its wings into the air as this thing catches it by the throat, and you just see this vine wrap around its head as you hear the squeal, and the rabbit's neck snaps as it goes dead, and you see this vine creature trying to attack you. Another one's going for you, Ursula.
No. Bunny, no, not the bunny. Golly.
And it misses. That takes us on to Yorman's turn as you see these things emerging from the forest. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go for the one that looks like a bigger threat. This guy. He looks awfully fancy. I'm going to murder him. If it will let me. Ah. Okay. Maybe not.
Oh, yeah, that one not so good as you hit some of the branches, pick off a few twigs, but you see it as just animated kind of like it looks like fruit kind of thing attacking you.
Hmm. Well, too bad for him. Shepard has advantage now. Go get him. And I'll actually spend. Right. And he has to roll with disadvantage.
Oh, and that
Oh.
fails as shit tears him to shreds.
And the question is, how much health do they actually have?
Probably not very much, like 7, 8, 6.
This dude was made of twigs, and I think I also rolled real low. That one only had 2 hit points. You just tore it to shreds. But that one, these things you realize immediately, not that big a threat, but something is commanding them. Is that all for your turn there, Gilman?
So
Yes.
years of throwing sticks at Shepard to play with him has paid off finally.
Oh, yes.
Literally, it's like the fetch command. All right, so that takes us on to Camilla.
This one. Die. Fuck you. Must die.
DM just making sure there is no like combat initiative at the top. Is there supposed to be?
There should be.
You click the combat carousel button on
And
the
it's
menu on the
dead!
left. you
It's gonna
click
be
combat.
hacked to death.
Oh, there we go.
That. Waiting for the next prey to get within range.
All right, yeah, you get revenge on that one as Ursula goes to you.
Okay. I do have 4 spell slots to burn, but I don't know that I need to use them for this. I'm just gonna use Stalking Grasp on the one next to me.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, nice.
That's a hit.
Yeah. Roll that down. Oh, oh, killed him. And that with that, because there's some minions, it'll arc to the one behind him as well, actually. So describe for me how you kill two of these.
I reach up and grab it in the chest and it bursts to flinders as electricity shoots past it and makes the one behind it explode as well.
Nice. Is that going to be your turn?
Um, yeah.
Uh, if that is your turn, then it is going to take us on to true enemy here. As you see, the vines that are wrapped around the tree begin to unfurl as this battle commences, and you are going to see this creature
Ah,
Right, fucking right.
starting to unfurl itself. It's added some extra extra details to the token marker, but on its turn, you are going to feel the vines underneath your feet just reach up and grasp at you. And I'm going to need, let's see, all of you bunched right up there. Everyone except for Carmela that's up in. Are you up in the tree or just
Up
on the
in
hill?
up in the tree. Since it's waste
Also,
not to use climb speed.
oh no, it's only actually a 15-foot square, so it's going to attack. Let's see there. I think Yormund, Shepherd, and Gorm are going to need to make a strength saving throw, please.
I can work with this. Maybe not.
That's good. That's actually
Okay.
just a success.
Okay.
Gorm.
Poor Shepherd.
Okay, Gorm and Shepherd, you become entangled with these roots and vines that wrap around your legs, and you are restrained for the duration. You can make a check on your turn to try and free yourself, but you are currently entangled. And let me just double check. And then it is going to start moving down off the tree to try and get within range of you guys. Very slowly, as you just see these vines growing. Your
Can I make a check and figure out if the vines that just like grabbing, holding me are a part of the creature or just commanded by the creature?
won't need a check. You can actually, yeah, you might, because there's quite a lot of snow coverage. So you can give me a nature or arcana, but I'll say you can make it with advantage.
Cool. I don't think there is a difference. Nature. Yeah, same. Let's go nature. Thank God for advantage.
Okay, yeah, you can tell that we're standing on a bed of vines underneath this layer of snow. There's not all that much snow, but as you can now see that it wrapping around your legs, it looks like exactly the same kind of vines, and you can see the creature is moving slowly because it is part of this. Like the entire underbrush here seems to be part of that one creature, and it's just like the head that is sort of wrapped around the tree. It's probably like a tentacle that can think where it is. So you actually hit it, that thing looks like the vulnerable part. The vines around you seem to be like its feet almost. So you won't be able to deal damage to it there, is what I'm saying. You'd have to hit
Okay.
where you see the token.
Then I'll use my action and this will damage them. As an action, my channel divinity engulf, which should hit all of its minions. I think he's out of range of 30 feet. Yeah, he is.
Is it 3 feet from you?
Yeah, from me.
Okay, so there is one like in the distance that'll it'll just miss, but it'll hit all the minions here, and you can avoid your allies. is it?
Allies, yeah. It's only
Nice.
enemies.
Okay, so what is the? Do they need to make a save?
A dex save? Wait, actually, maybe strength. Let's make sure. Yes, strength saving throw. The sun rises up, creates like a giant wave around me, and goes all around. One saved.
Apparently, it's not so
That's it.
useless.
Was that
Let's
that
see.
20 that saved?
Yeah.
Okay, great. It actually makes it easier that there's only one. Nice. So it's this one up here on the rock, which just hangs onto the rock for dear life, as the rest of them just get blasted away by this wave.
17 force damage.
Holy shit! Yeah, that kills them all.
So like their bodies are pushed with the wave of snow.
Will say it'll also this can act as freeing you from this everyone that was caught up in that, so Shepherd as well. You can both make that athletics check now, um as without using an action. As this busts out, you can use that force to try and rip yourself free.
Yay.
Does 14 pass?
I think so, yeah, just
Sick.
yeah, it's 13. So yeah, you pass. And these are dead.
Yeah, that was my turn.
Oh, Sene, why is still all the way over there?
And your love's been so far in the back.
Svenny is also muted.
Okay, so
I am now unmuted. Yes, I didn't move when we got onto the map, so she. What is the range there?
so you can
Uh,
effectively dash from where you are because everyone else moved, but you is try and move as your character would.
yes, they're not that far away, so she would. Damn it, that thing. Move up there as she gets next to Mikkel, just sort of tap him on the shoulder with her shield that he's carrying, and say, "You've got this," and give him a bardic inspiration. Let me see if I can. Oops. Do this from here, which is the inspiration here, and then look towards the creature, the tree creature. Are we in range? No, barely. And whisper at it that it is probably too slow to survive this. It will cast a vicious mockery at it. It gets to do a wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
Okay, is there any restriction on intelligence with this spell?
That's a good
Nope.
question.
I don't think it needs to understand though. It doesn't say it has
It
a
doesn't
minimum
say
ability.
anything. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed in a wisdom saving throw and gets disadvantage on the next attack roll. It makes.
Okay,
So, yeah, she's maybe just mumbling or singing and chanting the sound of crackling fire. She's imitating that in the chants and the whispers that she's doing because it's a plant-based creature. So she's trying to make its instincts worry about getting burnt.
All right, it did get a 16, so it does succeed. You're
So,
trying to still figure out how to communicate these ideas to a plant.
yeah, it's unaffected then. That is my turn, and how do I do the stop and turn? That little arrow there. There you go. That's me.
Yes, Mikil, you're up.
So Mikkel sees this man and thinks, yeah, fire. And then he's just gonna lob a fireball at it. Oof.
You'll see as the firebolt actually like skims the side of the punch, you'll see that a lot of this vine is also frozen over. I will say, and you see it kind of almost bounce off as it's not quite a perfect shot. But you're not sure how easy this will be to burn. If you were trying to make a fire out of this vine, it would probably be difficult. But yeah, what would you like to do?
If you have oil,
Then most things are easy to
Does Mikhail not have
exactly.
inspiration?
Yeah, but I don't think a D6 is going to change that.
I mean, that depends. Can I roll the d6 or?
I think was it Mikil that had inspiration or your?
Yeah.
Yes, Mikkel.
Oh,
I
okay, yeah. Then
used my.
Let's see if that changes anything. So that'll
or
be
did you just
17.
give that? Sorry, a 17 would definitely hit. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, as I described, it actually takes no damage from that as you realize
Oh,
it is resistant to fire, as
okay.
it is frozen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Yormund, that takes us to you. Most of those little bits have been destroyed. There's like one hanging on for dear life, but you can see the vines moving. What are you doing?
So I
Oh,
can
actually,
see
it is
some.
meant to be them. Sorry, they're meant to go at the top of the round. But that that one just got busted back, so he's just getting up from that, and yeah, he'll rush in and try and hit Ursula one more time. Yormund, you can take your turn while I roll for that, as this is probably not going to matter much.
Uh, does the parts where it's frozen over, does it look brittle?
And no, it looks like it is like quite comfortable in the cold. Like this is just it's got snow and stuff that is falling off as it's moving, and underneath you can see that it is just like resistant to the cold in that kind of sense. And Ursula, sorry, you did get hit for 1 point of piercing damage there.
Oh
As this,
no, one
yes,
day.
sorry for you. But yeah, Yorman, it doesn't look. It looks like fire and ice. This thing can give it a shit about either.
See, I was thinking if I hit it really hard with a blunt weapon.
I mean, yeah, you can crush most things with your hammer, so it's worth a try. It doesn't look like it would shatter like frog. No.
Okay. Well, see you guys. Wait. Rock up. Fuck your shit. Oh yeah, it does have reach. I forgot about that.
Clueless.
Ah, fuck, I forgot to target. Does 14? I don't think a 14 hits, does
It
it?
does actually.
Oh.
So yeah, roll for that.
Sorry.
Is that 4 slashing?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Oh,
That's all. Oh yeah,
yeah,
because
that
I
was
great.
just.
Whatever. Okay. And the dog as well. Sure. Where is the bite? There it is.
The hit. Ooh, nice.
And 11.
Oh, okay. It is. Yeah, you see, is not able to knock this thing prone
Yeah,
as
I'd
it
have
is.
to assume it's immune to that.
Yeah, I just double checked. It is immune to it. It succeeded anyway. As it, Shepard does start ripping some of the vines apart as you kind of do actually crack the ice a little bit on it, giving Shepard a place to bite down and start ripping open. Is that going to be your turn? Also, have you rolled for Shepard for his ferocity?
Yeah. It was just at the top of the round.
No, that's
Just
cool.
before you told me.
I trust you to do it. I just
Yeah.
can see. So, is that all you want?
Actually, can I? No. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I can. Fuck it. Hit it
All right.
again. This time with a warhammer. Oh.
Oh, that's more like as you smash it into that one.
Fuck you. That'll be my turn.
Very nice. Okay, Camilla, that's going to take us to.
Shots. Down from the tree. Rush towards it. Revenge! Freaking
Oh,
well.
hitting him as. Yeah, you also slice off some of the thorns from this vine.
That's the turn.
Ursula, you're up. There's one as he's stabbing its little thorny claws into you.
Okay. Ursula's going to edge away from that. Then, uh, as lightning starts to spark around her, as he starts to catch Witch Bolt, she'll harness the wind around her and use it to fly over here, with and then cast Witch Bolt on the big thing.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, remember to target on this one because I think you might get a witch bolt animation.
Made it enemy. That's which. No! Do not try to witch bolt me.
Not you.
Zap on your ass, Camilla, as you just like, hey, no, wait. It's arcing around you guys. Is unfortunately, is that meant to be an attack roll?
Yeah.
Yes, that's an attack roll.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
Okay,
unfortunately,
then
that one misses. As
let's
I think
finish.
it does still stay in your. You've still sort of got it active, so you can try again.
I don't think so. It's only
If
if I
you
hit
hit,
it.
Is it? Oh man, that sucks.
And I
Okay.
finish by going over the. And I'm done.
Cool. And that thing gives you an extra 10, right?
Extra what?
For for your movement. That
Yes, it gives me an
jump.
extra 10 feet.
All right, just double checking, and that is going to take us onto the vine. As yeah, it is now not so happy, and it is going to it's going to hit back first against Yormund. Oh, actually, this thing only gets one, so it's going to go against you, Yormund.
Bring it on.
Oh, and it misses as it just starts trying like tangle itself around you. Just fight it back. Let me check. I think it.
Like to just imagine a vine just comes in for Yorm and then he just punches it away.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you do that, you actually back this vine out of the way, and you will see the ground around it as it is trying to pull itself up has become difficult terrain. So the ground that is sort of in that giant Lord of the Rings thing, all that, and you will see the blue chicken mark. Okay, it's hard to miss. That is all difficult terrain right now, but that does take us on to Gorm's turn. What do you like to do?
I'll move closer. And let's see if I can break the curse and hit him. I'll point my hand at him and cast Guiding Bolt. Attack. Yes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, roll that down.
11 radiant, and the next attack against him is at advantage.
Nicely done. Is that your turn?
That's my turn, and I'll be right back.
Oh, Svenja, you're up.
And firstly, unmute. She is going to make the sort of the sound of bells ringing in her chant, and point her finger at the vine and toll its death for it. Oh, hang on. Wrong app spell. Troll dead.
On the big one.
Yep. And it has a small opportunity to run a wisdom saving throw, DC 4. Fuck me. It's
Let's
running
see again.
really good saving throws. Super wise. Oh, okay. Nice. Special effects. Who did that? Thank you. That is. Should we use another bardic inspiration? I think she is going to point to Camilla as a bonus action and push a bardic inspiration through to Camilla. Okay. And that's a turn.
Awesome. Mikhail, that takes us to you.
Alright. So here's a question. Can I use Forge Fire to deal damage?
I'm not sure. Is that the spell?
Yes, the spell.
I can't remember the specifics of the spell, but it would probably tell you. And you can try post it in the chat.
It gives those intent heats. It deals
so
twice
this
as much damage. Twice as much. What damage?
Yeah, so this is on a fire that has already been lit. So if something
Oh.
is on fire, you can make that burn hotter.
Oh,
So
right,
then
okay.
it can definitely deal damage. But that's for something that's already on fire. So if your firebolt had hit and set this thing alight, that would have worked. But as you've seen, this thing is resistant to fire.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just stupid. Well,
I would say that kind of spell, if you were to set it on fire, you could overcome the resistance by making it hotter. I would allow that kind of flavor thing. But right now, there's no fire to affect.
yeah. I'm not close enough, so I'm just gonna, despite it being basically useless, I'm gonna throw fireballs at it. But
Oh,
yeah,
not
okay.
useless when it's a crit.
Didn't even need the advantage.
Yeah, holy crap. Okay. 20. Fuck. Oh, yeah, because you get max the one. So you do 10 points of damage to this thing with the, like, after it's been halved. So very nice.
That's
But I will
yeah.
say it does catch fire a bit. There are some of the vines that are now ablaze as you the crit on that one. You can describe what that looks like, or let me know if you've got anything.
No, that's something. Does it say what type of action? Yeah, well, I'm just, chucking a fireball at it, and then, I guess I hit very well this time, because, I can see a small ember, or well, small becoming bigger, and that's making sturm.
Cool. That takes us to the top of the round, where the last two of these guys, I forgot about the one before, but he's going to uh, walk in and start trying to pull Camilla off of the vine. He's going to make an attack against you. Oh, it misses even with the flanking. This one's coming for you, Sven. Yeah. Oh, that's a hit with a 22.
Ouch.
You take 1 point of piercing damage as this thing just comes in and slices or stabs you with a thorn. But that takes us to the top of the round with Yormund. This thing is now looking a little bit aflame and not looking so good. What would you like to do? Well,
Gonna
injured,
smack.
but it's not it's not dying just yet. Yes, go for it. And you've got advantage because of the.
Thank God.
Oh,
Technically, it doesn't, but
Oh,
it's on the next attack. Just because Mikhail didn't roll, he was supposed
oh,
to roll.
okay, yeah, we forgot about it for Mikhail, so it's fine. You get that advantage because we totally forgot about that, and he got a crit anyway. So
so much for Great Weapon Master.
Weapon
I mean,
Master. Wait, Great Weapon Master is 4 feet.
I was squishing this thing. It's
Oh,
just
Great Weapon Fighting.
is
Right.
a little too much vine. Is that all you're gonna?
Oh no, the Shepherd.
Oh, yeah.
Oh right, that reminds me. Oh,
And I
fuck.
did also fix his health, by the way. So
Oh, sick.
I just because it was my bad. I just gave him max roll. He will roll for hit points like
That's fine.
is he above 10?
No, he's only at 5.
Okay, not too bad. He's not entirely sure
Halfway
what the
there.
fuck this thing is. But yeah, he's pulling it apart.
Giving it a good bite. Wow, it fails. It's prone. Oh no.
Yeah, he pins part of it to the tree underneath, but the rest of it just starts moving around it.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, nice. 8 points of damage there from Shepard as we go on to Camilla.
First attack. Planned. It's the second attack. The little guy.
Nice.
What? Oh, I love that bardic inspiration macro. Oh, well. And now for a question. How high is that vine?
The big one is sort of it's peeled itself off of the tree, so it is currently waving at least 20 feet up in the air above you.
20, you say?
Yeah,
And that includes here.
yeah, that's well. Yeah. That includes that's to the tip of the vine directly upwards is 20 feet. Yeah.
Perfect. It's difficult terrain. Gonna climb. Yeah. Yes, I have exactly enough movement speed to.
Okay, you're climbing the vine. Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Man, like, why not use the movement speed? All.
Oh yeah, you can't quite get past it. But at this point, you've climbed up the vine, so that's onto the tree. That would be behind it. Are you climbing up the tree or the vine?
Climbing the vine.
Okay, so then you're in the right spot. You would have gotten there, but you're at the top of the vine because you're 20 feet up in the air.
Perfect. Very
Okay, yeah, as
interesting.
you see Camilla climbing and riding the creature that you're fighting.
What's bolt again?
There
That's
we
a
go.
hit.
Okay, yeah, very
I
nice.
move
As
over.
you start blasting it with lightning, it is not liking that. It starts thrashing around, and Camilla's just on the top, like only able to hang on because of your spider climbing thing. Otherwise, I would definitely be asking for rolls, as that thing did not like that.
And that's my turn.
Okay, nice. Yeah, and you keep that going. So on its turn, it is now going to make an attack against Camilla up at the top, as it's going to try and wrap around you. Oh my god, it rolls terribly and misses, taking us on to go.
Yep. Well, Carmilla is up top, so oh, it's difficult terrain here, so that wouldn't work. I'll just move as close as I can and cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh, nice. Try and make this thing wither away. Let's see.
Hit.
Yep, that is a hit. Use the. Are you not targeting?
I did. I think I used. Instead of standard roll, I pressed on attack.
Well, press it because I think it's got the animations and stuff. That's why as well.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Still press attack, although I hit. It's the animation. I hit anyway.
Yeah, either way. But roll that damage.
Oh man, no animation.
They will be on the damage.
Oh. 15 necrotic.
Okay, nice. Maybe not.
Not nice enough. He just shook a little.
Okay. Yeah. So as this thing starts to just wither, you see it is thrashing, and it does not look like it's getting out of here. As it takes that 15 points of damage, it takes us to Svenja. There is one of these little creatures trying to stab at you, and the creature looks nearly dead. The big one. What do you think?
She's gonna just stab at the one next to her here. And 16 to hit.
Oh, you had both of them targeted somehow.
Amazing.
It's a long
Okay.
spear.
Did not know.
Let's see. Roll for damage, and I might allow you to swing it right through one and throw it at the other if you want. But oh, okay. That was enough to actually go through two enemies, but this one is very far away, so I'm not actually. I'm gonna undo that. So you do definitely kill the little one next to you.
And yeah, proudly Viking that roar out some battle cry and move towards the other one. And she's now pretending to be a raider. In her mind, she's now fighting like a proper shield maiden. Without a shield, of course. Anyway,
Yeah.
here we go.
Well, okay, so sorry, because of the mistargeting there, it has added a skull, but this one has still got a few hit points. Mikil, what would you like to do?
Right, I'm gonna move up here. If oh, only one thing. So how do you reckless attack? Was it? Hang on. If I just-
Reckless attack is a barbarian thing.
No, if my weapon has reckless attack.
Yeah, so that's just something you can do on your attack. There's no it just counts as your attack action, I think. Otherwise, it'll specify different.
Okay. Oh, I can. So if I do minus 1d4.
Oh yeah, so you can attack recklessly, and then just when you click attack, it should open the dialogue, and you can say the minus 1d4 just like that. But you still hit an extra d6 on your damage. And that is definitely enough. Yeah, as you, it's actually just enough to finish it at 8 left. And how do you want to do this?
So seeing how effective his firebolt was, and Mikkel gets inspired and thinks, okay, let's just charge it. So he just runs up to it and like leaps forward and slashes it with his sea axe. And fells it.
Yeah, and with that, you slice through the vines, and they start to fall. Camilla, I'd like you to please make an acrobatics check to try and catch yourself on the tree, or land this as the vine underneath you just falls dead. Okay, yeah, you will.
16.
You'll be able to make it with that using the inspiration there. As you manage to land on the tree, no problem. As this thing dies, you now see that as the vine falls away, it will reveal a ladder that is actually carved into this tree. It seems a lot more intentional, and you realize that it leads up into the tree houses above you, and it brings us out of combat and to the end of our session. I think, as you guys want to see what's upstairs first, or shall we end it here?
Shall we take a
I
look?
think we can
Always got to
end
be a
it here.
cliffhanger.
No.
Yeah, which I think is, here we go. We'll do it like this. As you see, you head up into these tree houses, and hopefully this shows up.
Yeah, I got a you don't own any token with vision.
I
Yeah.
see
No.
nothing. Oh,
I
there.
see a map.
There we go.
And there
Nice.
you have a right. And that is where we will end tonight's session as you guys ascend this ladder up into, you see it more and more the higher you climb, that there's actually a whole village up here in the trees above the canopy. And you see many more dangerous vines up above. But this assassin vine has been defeated. You are, yeah, you are there. You are at your destination.
Nice.
Nice.
And next week we will go with the tree houses, and then hopefully you'll be able to come home, depending on what happens up here. But thank you guys very much for the session. I will see you again next week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It feels like Foundry worked much better for me